You didn't let me continue. From Adam to all the prophets, they're all called to one God. How comes when Jesus comes along, all centuries later, it turns into three? Salvation.
All right.
Salvation. What was salvation all that years before and after Muhammad? It doesn't make sense. Adam, the Garden of Eden is the parable of life. Forgiveness. We believe that God is so just. Sorry.
Hey, we all do it.
Yeah, we're so just. I did it again. He's so just that he forgave and merciful. He forgave Adam. But you lot believe original sin came around later, not Jesus' teaching. He doesn't even mention original sin, but the original sin and so on. An innocent sacrifice. God is not unjust. And with that said, the question against salvation before, why when Jesus, to prove that his message was changed and it's all mythology, Zeus became Zeus, Jews. Paul preached.
That's interesting.
I'm going now, sorry.
Why are you going?
Because...
Why are you going? We're having a good chat.
Yes.
We're having a good chat. There's so much to talk about.
We've had a chat.
You didn't answer my question though. You said you promised you would.
Okay.
You see, what you were doing there was saying Catholic theology is a bit bonkers. Three gods and all that, right? Yeah, Christianity. Three gods, right? And you said,
on the way.
Listen, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying what your answer. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying that what your answer to me was saying, well, we start with Adam, prophet, and all the prophets believe in one God, and then Christianity comes along with this three gods thing, right? That's a theological answer to me. But it's not answering my actual question. My question was, why are there no documents in the historical record of any sort which suggest that Jesus or his followers were Muslims, when there should be loads, given that the Quran says Jesus was a Muslim, preached Islam, the apostles were Muslims, preached Islam. Why is there nothing in the historical record when there's tons that supports my religion?
The Ebionites and the Nazarenes.
Okay, gotcha. Now, the Ebionites celebrated the resurrection of Jesus. So out you go with the Ebionites and the Nazarenes. Same thing. Wait a minute, yes they did. They did because in Eusebius of Caesarea, he describes the Nazarenes and the Ebionites. They're not Muslims. They believed in the resurrection. That means they believe Jesus. That means, hold on, I'll tell you, the Ebionites therefore believed that Jesus died on the cross. Because if they didn't believe in that, they wouldn't celebrate his resurrection from the dead. So they were not Muslims, they were against the Muslims. Now Arius you wanted to know about.
Those crucify the curse according to the Bible. That's why the Jews of the time and the Pharisees wanted to prove he's not the Messiah, because if he was crucified, he was not the Messiah. Therefore God rescued him.
Now you're doing it again, giving me theology. I asked you to give me historical records.
Like a Muslim.
Okay.
Holy shoes, take your shoes off, holy ground.
No, fair enough.
Islam.
Have I objected to that?
No.
Because my question was entirely about the historical support for Islam being non-existent. And so, when you said Ebionites, that was your attempt to give me an historical basis for Islam. And I explained why they're not Muslims.
Arius.
So that means that, thank you. Good, now we're back on track. Arius was a Catholic priest who lived in the early 4th century AD. He taught that Jesus was not God. Now this is looking good, but it looks bad because he taught that Jesus was like God. He was a being almost God. Okay. Now you wouldn't say that's Islam, would you?
No, we do. We say be godlike.
Wait a minute, are you saying Jesus existed before the universe? Arius says that. Jesus created the universe. Is that Islam? Arius the priest.
Who created Jesus in the womb of Mary? And when
that's a theological question. You're doing it again.
Think about it. Can God be tempted? The temptation of Jesus.
I know that Islam is a fantastic religion. You're so logical. I'm not doubting that you're logical and rational. I'm not doubting this. I'm not disagreeing with you.
How can it be God and the Son at the
I'm
same
not
time?
disagreeing with you, my friend. Have I disagreed with you on that point? I'm simply saying that Arius was a priest of the 4th century AD, too late to be relevant. But even when you think about Arius, his beliefs were contrary to Islam.
The true message of Jesus.
Arius,
still around.
Do you know what Arius?
Show you, as you said,
he didn't say.
Back then it was
Arius didn't say Jesus was just a man.
Church of Paul, Church of James in Jerusalem. Paul and that
Are you admitting you've only got Arius? Are you admitting you've only got Arius?
Maybe, yes.
Therefore, your religion is false. There's no historical support. Thank you. But then I might believe fairies. I might believe in fairies. My friend, if you've got no historical support, it's like believing in fairies at the bottom of the garden. What can I believe? I can believe anything. Without no historical support, I can believe anything. Goblins. I can believe in goblins. I can believe in the Pink Panther. That was good anyway. That was enjoyable. That was enjoyable. What I wanted to get onto with that guy, but I can see he was keen to get away. Keen to get away.